The world has been swirling with whispers, wild theories, and endless speculation about Kate Middleton's private life. But no one, absolutely no one, was prepared for what Pope Francis just revealed. In a shocking and unprecedented turn of events, the Pope has finally broken his silence, unveiling a truth so powerful it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the Princess of Wales. What startling revelation has the leader of the Catholic Church uncovered? The answer might change history as we know it. Let's dive in. Middleton, Kate, the current Princess of Wales, Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, was born on January 9, 1982, and grew up in a close-knit, middle-class household in Berkshire, England. Her early years were marked by a secure and encouraging environment, which greatly influenced the development of her values and character. Pope Francis recently made the shocking decision to come clean regarding Kate, and his words may surprise you. Let's first discuss her background and the events surrounding the future Queen of England over the last few months. Before moving on to that, when Kate started dating Prince William, whom she had met at the University of St Andrews in Scotland, she became well known. She eventually sought medical attention as a result of these symptoms, as well as her persistent stomach pain. Her loved ones started to realize that something was amiss, even though she made every attempt to conceal her health problem. Kate nevertheless persisted in going to public gatherings, frequently grinning, while keeping the full scope of her difficulties hidden. Kate Middleton's upcoming stomach surgery in January 2024 marked a turning point in her. The initial goal of this technique was to treat what was thought to be a benign ailment, but throughout the process, doctors found indications of a more serious problem. The media and royal observers were alarmed by Kate's 2-week hospital stay following the procedure, which was performed in secret. Kate took a short break from her royal responsibilities to recuperate after the treatment. Though rumors over Kate's health started to spread during this period, the royal family stayed silent and made no formal announcement regarding her health. Only after she recovered from surgery did it become evident what her health problems really were. The royal family and the public were both taken aback when Kate was told she had stomach cancer in mid-March 2024. For Kate and her family, the diagnosis signaled the start of a challenging and emotional journey. Only a few members of the royal family and close friends were told, and the news was kept as secret as possible for as long as feasible. Kate had to accept the diagnosis and think about how it would affect her family and her public persona. So this was definitely a difficult time for her. Kate was able to mainly conceal her difficulties from the public during this time. However, Kate's public appearances were scrutinized more than ever in the months preceding her diagnosis. People speculated about her health after noticing that she seemed thinner and more exhausted than normal. But, ever the professional, Kate maintained her composure and carried on interacting with the people as usual. Only until her diagnosis was made public did the entire scope of her difficulties come to light. Many were astonished to learn that Kate had been fighting cancer for a while, especially considering how successfully she had handled her public responsibility. The diagnosis of cancer. The world was shocked to learn that Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, had been diagnosed with stomach cancer in March 2024. The royal family had been able to conceal Kate's health information up until this point, but when her condition worsened, they felt it was time to tell the public the truth. An official statement from Kensington Palace made the announcement, providing a brief overview of Kate's diagnosis and treatment plan. The statement stressed that Kate had already started treatment, which included chemotherapy and surgery, after receiving a diagnosis of a type of stomach cancer. The audience was given just enough information to grasp the gravity of the situation without going into specifics, and the message was straightforward but considerate of the family's privacy. The announcement's timing was likewise meticulously planned. In order to give the royal family and the public time to assimilate the information before the weekend, it was made on a Friday evening, which is when delicate news is usually chosen. This strategy allowed Kate and her family to start coping with the news in a more private way, while reducing the immediate media hysteria. Few people had anticipated that Kate's health problems were so severe, so the news was received with a mix of surprise and worry. Since it was uncommon for such a private and important matter to be made public in this way, the revelation represented a turning point in the history of the royal family. The media soon began to closely examine the couple's relationship, but Kate managed the attention with amazing poise. She persevered in her studies and earned a degree in art history in 2005, in spite of the demands that came with being in the spotlight. Kate briefly worked for her parents' party supply firm and in the fashion sector after graduating from college. Kate's cancer news was a heartbreaking blow to Prince William. Naturally, his top priority as a husband and father was Kate's health and welfare. He must have been under tremendous emotional and mental stress after hearing the news. According to people close to the royal family, William was greatly impacted by the diagnosis and found it difficult to balance his responsibilities as a supportive husband and public figure. Despite his reputation for being stoic and committed to his royal duties, Prince William's willpower was put to the ultimate test by this revelation. William's conspicuous absence from a number of public appearances in the days after the revelation underscored the seriousness of the issue. Even though he stayed calm and concentrated on his responsibilities, it was evident that he was carrying a huge load when he did appear in public. The circumstances were just as difficult on their three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. They were probably protected from the full impact of their mother's illness since they were still little, but they would have surely felt the anxiety and worry that surrounded their home. According to reports, Prince William and Kate made a concerted effort to keep their kids' lives and routines as normal as possible. The announcement also had a significant impact on the larger royal family. In every way they could, King Charles and Queen Camilla came together to assist William and Kate. During this period, the family's close-knit bond was demonstrated as they prioritized helping Kate through her therapy over their public position. When Kate was diagnosed with cancer, the public's response was swift and strong. Support for Kate and the rest of the royal family was overwhelming on social media, in news outlets, and in local communities worldwide. Numerous others offered prayers, well wishes, and encouraging notes in response to the news, expressing their shock and sadness. Since Kate first came into the public eye, she has been a cherished figure, and this tremendous response demonstrated the public's strong fondness and respect for her. In addition to the ordinary people, public figures, politicians, and celebrities also showed their support and sorrow for Kate on social media. As people from all walks of life united to offer encouraging thoughts to the Duchess of Cambridge, hashtags like Stand With Kate and Pray for Kate became popular on Twitter. Not all responses, though, were wholly favorable. The timing and management of the announcement were questioned by certain members of the public and media. The royal family may have kept the news from the public for too long, according to critics, which led to needless worry and conjecture. Some argued that the public should have more information regarding Kate's illness and treatment plan, while others questioned the palace's statement's degree of specificity. However, the immense understanding and support from the majority of the population, who understood the need for seclusion during such a trying period, greatly overcame this criticism. The media kept a tight eye on all Kate's health-related developments in the weeks after the announcement. Sensationalistic to polite and encouraging, tabloid coverage varied, with some publications making assumptions about Kate's condition and its possible effects on the royal family. Despite this, the royal family remained respectfully silent, concentrating on Kate's medical care and recuperation. However, Pope Francis, who has been close to the royal family for many years, finally came clean about Kate. But in the interim, a few other events have occurred that are important to comprehending the Pope's remarks, public appearances, and media coverage. Kate Middleton made very few public appearances in 2024, as she prioritized her health after being diagnosed with cancer. Even though she had a curtailed schedule, the few occasions she did go out in public were very important and widely reported by the public and media. But she and Prince William's connection grew stronger, and in November 2010 they became engaged. There was a lot of excitement and expectation for this, and on April 29, 2011, they were married in a lavish ceremony at Westminster Abbey. Millions of people worldwide witnessed the wedding, solidifying Kate's place as a world celebrity. As the royal patron of the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, she regularly attends Wimbledon, where she made one of her most noteworthy performances in July 2024. Her Wimbledon appearance was a significant event. Despite her ongoing fight with cancer, Kate was keen to display strength and resilience while sporting a simple yet lovely attire. As fans and onlookers realized the importance of her attendance, the event was brimming with emotion. Although many observed that Kate seemed weaker than normal, her characteristic smile and gregarious manner were still very much there. Her presence was interpreted as a declaration of continuity and dedication to her royal responsibilities, as well as to the causes and events she has long championed. In addition to Wimbledon, Kate made a few other appearances, all of which were well planned and spaced out to give her time to recuperate. The purpose of these appearances was to keep her connected to the outside world, while not overcommitting herself while undergoing treatment. She was obviously moved by the kind welcome she received every time she made an appearance in public, which gave her the much-needed emotional support she required during this trying period. Newspapers like The Times and The Telegraph praised her fortitude and portrayed her as an inspiration and a symbol of hope. They observed that while going through what was clearly a physically and emotionally exhausting ordeal, she was able to keep her composure and grace. Kate's reputation as a well-liked public person who was managing her illness with dignity was strengthened by the encouraging media coverage. Not all media coverage, though, was completely favorable. More hostile tabloids speculated about the seriousness of her condition and questioned whether she should even be appearing in public. They followed her every action, looking for indications of decline in her appearance and exploiting her illness to make dramatic headlines. The public and more respectable media sites criticized this kind of coverage because it was less about offering assistance and more about taking advantage of her illness for financial advantage. Ever the professional, Kate responded to this attention with her usual poise. She didn't let the media frenzy control her behavior. Instead, she stayed focused on her duty. Her reputation as a strong and resolute member of the royal family was further cemented by her capacity to remain calm in the face of such scrutiny. Here's the real kicker, though. Kate wasn't the only elderly royal going through a difficult time with health problems. Her father-in-law, King Charles, was also dealing with his own health issue. The royal family was already going through a tough time, and reports said that Charles had been given a cancer diagnosis. Kate and Charles helped each other through their illnesses. Despite their personal struggles, they grew closer as a result of their common experiences, and at public gatherings they were frequently spotted supporting one another. Throughout her cancer treatment, Kate received special support from Charles, who had long admired her. As they faced their health issues together, their already close friendship grew even stronger. Their conversations in public demonstrated this reciprocal support. Charles was spotted supporting Kate emotionally and providing a strong presence during one of her occasional public appearances. In addition to demonstrating the fortitude and tenacity that characterized the royal family, the picture of the two of them battling their diseases together also emphasized the more general idea of family unity in times of difficulty. Kate immediately embraced her royal responsibilities as the Duchess of Cambridge, participating in a variety of public and philanthropic activities. She started supporting a number of organizations, concentrating on those that dealt with mental health, child welfare, and the arts. Kate was widely admired for her commitment to her career and frequently commended for her ability to relate to individuals from a variety of backgrounds. Both Kate and Charles put their family's welfare first, despite the public aspect of their life, cooperating to keep the younger royals feeling stable and normal. As the royal family dealt with both personal and public difficulties together, this time served to emphasize the value of maintaining family unity. Is it possible that Pope Francis chose to speak out at this particular moment for this reason? Perhaps. Let's hear his thoughts on the surgery secrets of one of the world's most famous women. As a result, we know that a highly skilled team of physicians operated on Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, in January 2024, performing a crucial stomach surgery. However, were you aware that these physicians were truly Italian? Yes, you heard correctly. This crew was brought into London from Rome's famous Gemelli Clinic where none other than Pope Francis had been treated before. For the princess, this particular operation was a turning point that resulted in the public learning of her cancer diagnosis. However, why did they select this specific group of medical professionals? At last, Pope Francis came clean about Kate Middleton. He stated that she will be assuming a new post in 2024. Is it possible that King Charles intends to cede the crown to William? It is impossible to rule out the option. The fact that these renowned Italian experts were involved shows how serious the matter is and how dedicated the royal family is to making sure Kate gets the finest care possible. The choice to use this team for Kate's surgery not only demonstrates the severity of her condition, but also challenges our understanding of Pope Francis's remark. The Gemelli Clinic is renowned for its proficiency in treating challenging medical cases. Described as a high-stakes procedure, the surgery was comparable to the laparotomy Pope Francis underwent in July 2023. A laparotomy is a surgical operation that involves opening the belly and is frequently used to diagnose or treat malignancies and other abdominal disorders. Kate's care was given to the same staff, which is a testament to their skill and the significance of the procedure. Before making her cancer diagnosis and the start of treatment public on March 22, 2024, Kate, a mother of 3, had been able to keep her health issues mostly under wraps. The royal family was going through a difficult period, to put it mildly, as this admission followed King Charles III's personal news of his cancer diagnosis. The decision to have outside experts perform the procedure instead of depending just on the royal family's regular medical staff points to a plan to take use of the greatest medical knowledge available. Kate received first-rate treatment during this critical time because to the cooperation between the London medical team and the experts at the Gemelli Clinic. These Italian physicians' presence in London also highlights the strong relationships between nations and the readiness of leading medical experts to unite in times of need, especially when treating well-known patients like the Princess of Wales. This incident, as well as the subsequent public revelation of her condition, has had a significant effect on the public and the royal family, bringing attention to the difficulties they deal with behind closed doors. However, the fact that no one ever brought up the subject of this medical team's treatment of Charles, King of England, leads us to believe that Pope Francis may be hinting that Kate may play a completely different role by the end of this year. In actuality, a lot of people have noted that ever since Queen Elizabeth II's death, Charles has been living in Kate's shadow. The shadowing. King Charles III's reign has been plagued by Kate Middleton's health issue, which has garnered a lot of media and public attention, and, in many respects, overshadowed the king's own attempts to clarify his position as the new king. Since her cancer diagnosis was made public, Kate's problems have taken center stage, with Charles being mostly ignored during a time that ought to have been characterized by his leadership. The Princess of Wales, who has always played a significant role in the royal family, has had to deal with personal issues. With Kate's illness taking center stage in royal coverage, the public's sympathy and concern for her have been overwhelming. As a result, King Charles's reign has not received as much attention as anticipated, while everyone waits for Kate's health to improve. Kate's efforts to advocate for mental health are among her most noteworthy projects. She started the Heads Together campaign in 2016 with Prince William and Prince Harry, with the goal of transforming the mental health discourse in the United Kingdom. The program was quite effective in lowering the stigma attached to mental health problems and motivating more people to get treatment. Her departure from public service has also created a noticeable gap, which has increased the public's awareness of her condition and made her absence even more noticeable. King Charles's personal health problems, such as his fight with cancer, have not, however, generated the same amount of media attention or popular interest. Even if the king is still doing his royal duties, the absence of similar concern shows how Kate's predicament has captivated the public's attention more than his personal difficulty. This discrepancy in coverage highlights how much Kate has eclipsed the king in this period, but the truth is that the media's emphasis on Kate's health issue has also had broader ramifications for the monarchy. The conventional depiction of the king's leadership and the duties of the monarchy has diminished with Kate in the forefront. Despite being king, Charles seems to be assuming a supporting role in the public's mind as Kate's predicament continues to carry a heavy emotional burden. The future of the monarchy and how it will handle this difficult time are called into doubt by this dynamic. The most prominent and approachable members of the royal family have a significant impact on the public's perception of them and their involvement. The king's reign has been overshadowed by Kate's health issue, raising questions about Charles's ability to carry out his duties and preserve the continuity and stability upon which the monarchy depends. This makes Pope Francis's remarks all the more plausible. What do you think then? In 2024, will the monarchy's head be replaced once more? Tell us in the comments section. Kate is well known for her sense of style. In addition to her charity endeavors, she is frequently called a style icon and is frequently commended for her sophisticated and classic wardrobe selection. She has become a trendsetter due to her ability to combine high design with affordable products. Her impact on the fashion industry is frequently referred to as the Kate effect. As a mother to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, Kate has juggled her public responsibilities during her tenure as a senior royal. She has frequently discussed the value of giving her kids a caring and supportive environment, and her dedication to her family has been a distinguishing feature of her public persona. The first health issue. For a long time, Kate Middleton has been respected for her poise, grace, and commitment to her royal responsibilities. However, few people outside of Kate's immediate circle were aware of the difficulties she was facing behind the scene. Kate had been discreetly dealing with a number of health difficulties for years, but it wasn't until early 2024 that they started to show more seriously. She struggled to put her health first because of her hectic schedule, dedication to her family, and public appearances. But it was getting harder to ignore the warning signals of something more serious. Kate reportedly suffered from chronic stomach pain and suffering at this time, but she persisted in carrying out her responsibilities and frequently made public appearances with the poise and grace that the world had been accustomed to seeing from her. But when Kate began to exhibit more serious symptoms, such as exhaustion and unexplained weight loss, her health grew more concerning.